yesterday Kyle Shanahan spoke, and we were asking him about Mike McDaniel's offense. I mean, that's the topic this week. And we were asking about that motion that's sort of taking over the league, where whoever's in the slot just starts sprinting to the sideline like they got to go to the bathroom mid-play. Mm-hmm. And then the ball gets snapped and you turn it upfield. So here's what Kyle Shanahan said about it yesterday. Let's listen to him.
Okay. Especially with Tyreek, he said sort of short, fast motion.
Kind of what you expect. I mean, Tyreek is such a unique dude. He's the one dude with those motions is fast enough to run any route known to man off of him. And not many people are like that. So they get to try a lot of stuff with that, which Mike's as good as anyone at trying stuff and being creative. They did that in week 1 with a little cheat motion. We did it in week 2 after we saw it. The Rams did it about 3 times versus us in week 2. I've also seen every team probably do it since week 1. So it is a cool motion. And they got a real cool guy to do it with.
What do you call it?
We call it cheat. Yeah.
Shortly after you hung
It's
up
cheating.
with us.
Why is it cheating?
I don't know. It looks. Someone else did it. It looks hard to stop people like Tyreek and Debo and stuff with a running start. That's usually only in the CFL. So it's cool to get him running sideways and still find a way to hit it vertically.
That's funny.
I really like Kyle Shanahan because it's cheating. Because it looks sorry, I was and like he said, I'm not going to drop an F-bomb today. Anyway, what did you think? It's funny that they call it cheat motion. He's saying essentially it's a huge advantage if you have Tyreek Hill or Debo, but really if you have Tyreek Hill. And it seems like Kyle is like begrudgingly saying like, yeah, man, it's really good. We all have to run it, but none of us can do it like Miami.
That's exactly what he's saying. What he's saying is that we got the Chrysler 300, but you got the Bentley. You got the Phantom. You got the Phantom. That's what he's saying. He's basically like, all right, we all kind of like it because it's cool. It's so many emotions. It's like, I'm pissed that I have to admit that I like it. I'm pissed that you brought it up and I have to address it. I'm pissed that the guy who I pay $20+ million a year for to do isn't the best in the league that does it. And I'm pissed at the fact that you came up with it before I did, and you're doing it with a far superior player. And
so I'm going to call it cheat motion. I'm going to
call it cheat. Yes. And
that's
honestly speaking, if you could get Kyle Shanahan to call something cheating, you've done your job.
Yeah, because he's looking for those edges.
He wants those edges. Yes. Like, if Kyle openly admits that something is cheating, and look at his face when he said it. He's like, he looked like your little brother who really can't beat you in Madden, and he's just like, you're cheating because it's cheating. It's like, no, because you suck. And you keep picking the Bucks, and I keep telling you to stop playing with the Bucks. That's why. So it's not cheating. It's honestly, it's the most gracious compliment that a coach of Kyle's ilk can give. It's a compliment.
I just think it's interesting that it's such a simple wrinkle. This coaching tree has been doing jet sweep motion for like 7 years. And it's essentially just the opposite. Instead of running a dude across the formation before the play, run him the opposite direction. Run him toward the sideline. And it has this crazy effect because it's not revolutionary, but defenses aren't prepared for it. It's not something like defenses prepare to stop the jet sweep motion every day of the year. OTAs, minicamp, training camp, all that. But this is new. And until they have a full offseason to plan and rep what they're going to do, it's going to be getting defenses. Another thing I like about it is it doesn't, when you bring a guy in motion and he crosses the formation, I feel like that can confuse some quarterbacks because now your defense has to change a lot. You're changing the picture. You set them the other direction and nothing crosses the formation. I feel like the picture stays the same for the quarterback, but the defense is now in a bind. I like it a lot. And the Dolphins use it not just for routes, but for blocking too.
And you know what else is beautiful about this as far as irony is concerned? The player that they're making, that they're revolutionizing this scheme, this new move with, came off of a pick that the Niners, gave Miami.
That's true. the Miami can do this because the Niners were so charitable. Here, have
It's
Tyreek
like-
Hill. We don't want him. We want Trey Lance.
It's like, is it really cheating with the guy that we used with the pick that you gave us? I mean, isn't that rich? Isn't that rich? Like, that's so funny, man. Like,
That's a good point.
yeah.
The only reason we could do this is because you needed Trey Lance that much.
and
sorry.
he's not there anymore.
No. We had
Right.
the third pick. You guys made a bad decision. We stuck with Tua. Look at us now.
And we're
Cheat
doing
motion.
Look at the cool shit we're doing now. You're calling it a cheat motion.
I asked a coach
the
last
game.
week what it's called, a retired coach, and he said he thinks it's called zin and zout, as in like zipping in, zipping out. I don't know. Kyle has a much more petty term for it, and I like it. He just dropped
I
like
love
cheat.
it.
I think it's really funny. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Debo, you're gonna have to run those a little harder because Kyle thinks that you're like really good at it, even though we've seen.
Tariq is 101, man. I don't know how you gonna replicate that. I don't know.
I like it.
It's
Like you
almost
think about it.
embarrassing to run it.
What you could do, what they do a lot, you have Tyreek in the slot and some whatever wide receiver to the outside. Motion Tyreek outside of him, snap the ball, he screams upfield, but you throw to the inside receiver, who was the outside receiver, running a dig route. And the defense is widening out and so concerned with Tyreek Hill that all of a sudden that other receiver is wide freaking open. That's the thing that's struck me about the Dolphins in that game. Like everything was so wide open. Every run had huge holes. Every receiver, no one around him. Like that is a real feather in McDaniel's cap.
It's a huge feather in his cap.
But it's Denver.
But I will say this: Denver did give up. They
suck.
They don't
They
play
suck.
for Sean. They don't play for that
No.
man. There was a
No.
point where they were just kind of scoring on air.
True. True. Dazza says I like BP, but when has he put up the numbers Tua has put up? Good point. Tua's had games where he put up 460 yards. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Dude says it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, but Tua also, the offense that Tua runs, man, who he's throwing to, man, like, the same way we look at Brock, where we say, Brock only had so-and-so air yards. I mean, I would beg people to start looking at Tua's air yards. I mean, I know he throws deep, but a lot of those things are being taken to the house by, like, very athletic players.
Dude says it's cheat motion because they're moving toward the line of scrimmage but never get called for it.
Well, I understand. Okay, so yes, that is true, but they're lean. They're not lateral towards the line of scrimmage. It is. I know what you're saying, but if your shoulders are not square with the line of scrimmage, you can lean towards the line of scrimmage. You just can't turn your shoulders, and that's why really it is cheating, because only special athletes can generate that much speed and stay legal. So yes. Are they moving? Is he literally moving towards the line of scrimmage when he's doing the motion? Yes. But as long as your shoulders are not turning towards the line of scrimmage, that shit is legal. Arena League is different. I played Arena 2 ball for the Huntington Heroes. Arena League is completely different. You are coming from depth, running towards the line of scrimmage full speed. That is not the same thing.
Also, everyone does jet sweep motion, the Niners included, for years. And when they have, if it's a play action pass and the guy goes in motion, before that ball is snapped, a lot of times he's turning upfield a little bit too.
He's turning up the field already. Yeah, even in those motions. So that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. So, and Mike is kind of so smart for this, because it's like, if you strap this down on this motion, then that means that who motions more than any team in the league? Us. So if you want to start calling certain motions cheating, be careful, because we could get some guidance down the road and some compliance that could really hurt our entire offense just because we want to hark on one little specific motion. You see what I'm saying? Like, so don't.
Yeah. Honestly, the whole cheat code that the Shanahan tree rests on is shift motion offense. JTO talks about it. A lot of offenses are very static. The Niners and the Dolphins have a shift and a motion damn near every play.
Yeah,
it's what they feel that. Yeah, they feel that those things give them indicators and also cause defenses to miscommunicate, and that you're better off running offense that way. Doing a shift and a motion every time and being methodical and slow than just getting the line of scrimmage and going fast. That's how they believe it.
And that's one of the tenets. That's one of the tenets of this offense, is that they want to make everything look the same so you can get the defense out and down. Are you good? Yeah. They want to make everything look the same. Yeah, they want to make everything look the same so they can make sure that they get the defense out and down as fast as possible. So if you get the defense out and down, they're operating off our pace now. So when we get them in their normal sets, then we, with our pre-made sets, not only get to get indicators, but we get to manipulate the defense because we have them exactly where we want them. But when you come out in different formations, defenses already get indicators as to what type of defense they want to run. But when you come out looking the same, the entire every play, we get them cornered into where we want them to be.
Good call. Good call. Brother Bob says, Eaglet, how long is Kyle's extension? I don't know. I got to look that up.
It's through 2026.
Okay. I think it was through 2020. I don't know. I thought it was through 2025 already. So I'll have to look that up. 200 yak last week. I love BP, but that's dink and dunk. Is that right? 200? Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it was, right? It was all the blitzes that they had to beat. Daz says, why can't we use Ray in cheat motion? He looked good when Debo was out last year. Thank you.
Ray did do his thing when Debo got hurt last year. Don't forget about that time. Ray snapped.
He was better. I remember Debo talked like I wasn't in shape. I was trash. Like, okay, you weren't trash, but Ray literally did your job better than you did. So
he looked good. He did look good.
Yeah. Explosive. Explosive. Yeah, I'm a big Ray McLeod fan. Have I said that? Big
you love Ray. Yeah.
Love Ray. I was skeptical when he came to the team.
All the time. You know, when Ray runs the ball, man, he reminds me of like those early 2000 athletes, or 99. Like, remember, you know who Ray moves like a little bit? Remember Peter Warwick?
Yes.
Remember Peter Warwick?
Florida State.
Yes, dog. Like Peter Warwick wasn't fast, but he was like sudden. Like Peter Warwick, like Snoop Menace. Like these guys that could just cut on a dime. Like Ray gives me those vibes.